Welcome, everybody. It is that time of the week again. It is your illustrious hosts, Infernal Drake and Dragon's Fury.
Hope you all had a good week.
Hope you've been hydrated and or whatever temperature you are. That is nominal for your location of leisure or what have you. Yeah, let's go with that. I am not running off of a lot of sleep this week, but that's okay because we're here anyway to share the joy, the fun, the stories, and the things that we have to share with you guys. Again, we always thank everybody that has supported us up to this point and in the future because without you, this is not freaking worth it. So, so again,
Yeah, I got aggressive real quick.
So you guys make it a thing. The likes and the views and all of the various locations, we know you are spread out amongst the platforms, and so yeah, we thank you for being found and sticking around for this long. And if you're new, welcome. If you're not, glad you're still here. And if you really love us, join that Patreon. So, where would you like to start? League, and people are way too aggressive for their level of incompetency.
Well, aggressive with what?
Their mouth.
Okay, well, obviously it's going with their mouth. I mean, technically their fingers, I guess, can be aggressive too with all the typing. But what are they being mad about?
Not so much being mad about, it's just being very, in this particular instance, would be a story of cockiness when literally something that I did was the sole reason why what they did even mattered.
I see.
Then we have the Arcane trailer.
Which honestly looks really good.
And
Can't wait to see Warwick in action.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. So we have that discussion. And then we have the option of your Destiny escapades.
Well, for the Destiny thing, I'm just going to say, wish you were there. Because I need another body.
Yep, see, guys, see, it was nothing about sentiment. It was nothing about...
for my Warlock, I wanted to do it with you and Sacred. Obviously, Sacred ain't coming back no matter what. But it's like, I would have loved to actually complete the campaign with at least someone from my OG Fire team that started D2.
I understand that it was there. It was just the fact that it wasn't said first.
Because I was thinking
I needed more people.
Yeah, because I was thinking about what I streamed, which was with my Hunter.
You squishy ninja.
Yes, because as anyone who knows Destiny knows, the Hunters are squishy as heck and has very little survivability, especially with the new subclass. As much as it is fun, I can't go invisible. So, as much as I would like. Yeah, well, because Prismatic is a lot of fun. I will give it that, because the fact that you can mix and match all your stuff. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to unlock all of the supers in time, because apparently I looked up, because my Warlock has all their supers, Hunter doesn't. I'll get to Titan eventually, but when it comes to the prismatic stuff, as you go through the campaign, there are prismatic chests that you can get, which will unlock your fragments and supers. Normally, you get the supers from like the actual story missions, but I guess if you've already, gotten ones from the chest on a different character, you have to do like the other missions to be able to get it. It's odd, but so basically, I was just running around with the stasis super on my Hunter. I had, what was it? Stasis super, void melee, the smoke bomb. I think it was. God, what grenade was I running? I think my brain is on me. I forget which grenade I was running, but yeah, it was rough. Yeah, no, the ability to be able to mix and match stuff is just honestly makes it a lot more interesting. Because also, as you use the prismatic, it's like its own separate bar away from your super and other stuff. So once you get it filled up, activate it, your grenade gets changed out with a special grenade, and for the hunter, it's basically like a trip mine grenade that starts out with a stasis tornado, freezing anything, and then turns into a fire tornado. Like it's that came in very handy. But the reason why I needed extra bodies because there are areas in the campaign that has very small rooms and subjugators. Those tanky motherfuckers.
Sound like they would be. Thank you.
Yeah, basically think of a tormentor, just skinnier.
Hilarious.
And yeah, the amount of times the tormentor grabbed me, I'm just trying to get away, and he's just like, no.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no, the campaign overall was really good. I streamed it. Unfortunately, the beginning was had to be taken down because the audio was not good. But everything else, including the ending, is on my Twitch channel. So if you wish to check that out, definitely do that.
Asterisk. Check it out. Asterisk. If you are listening to this within 2 weeks of it going live, so we go live on Friday. So if it's been 2 weeks from this episode's live, then it will still be available. Otherwise, it will not be due to his not being a important person of Twitch.
Which is weird because one of my Genshin videos is still there.
Because
that thing's over 2 years old.
Because they didn't remove the old stuff. Like anything that you had prior to the new system, they never removed it. Like they weren't going to be like, no, you can't have any of your stuff anymore. It was just you no longer could add new things under the new rules. So all of your like strict VODs and whatnot will disappear after 2 weeks because you're not important.
It was just funny because when I went to when I looked at the VODs that were left, I saw the Genshin one from 2 years. I'm like, how are you still here?
Right. Like I'm sure I still have like we weren't even in new chapters of Fortnite stuff up on mine.
Oh wow. But yeah, like as I mentioned before in like the photo I posted to the Dragon's Den Discord, that this like the way the Found Shape was done was a good way to wrap up the Light and Darkness saga. Like I said this a lot on the stream, but I was just so happy to see Cade again. Like Cade was basically a breath of fresh air because it's just who Cade is.
Yes.
But yeah, no, like God, the ending got so emotional. Like I was not ready.
Everyone was ugly crying.
Technically, yes. Like almost everywhere I looked on social media, whenever someone was talking about the ending, everyone was just like, "And this is why I started bawling my eyes out."
Oh, that's fair. But, yeah. Well, all right. You heard it here, folks. That is Infernal's.
Now, I am curious. I don't know if you actually checked it. I sent you, I guess, the trailer for what's coming in Destiny. Have you seen like those armor sets?
Yeah, I looked at enough of that video to say that I didn't like them.
Really?
Yeah, no, I don't like them.
Dang, I actually really liked the Heresy one, the bone captain looking one.
Yeah, no.
The Titan looks like Napoleon.
Yeah, no. We being you and me know what my aesthetic is in Destiny, and my preference of aesthetic stopped being part of the mainstream design years ago. Like pretty much after the first raid was my aesthetic was pretty much like kind of like no longer being the main means of going. To be fair, like I had my aesthetic like all of D1 and like the beginning of D2, so I can't be like super greedy being like, why aren't you making things that I find beautiful anymore? Like, you know, they leaned in more into the, you know, the whole end goal essentially with, you know, what Destiny's going, that it's a lot more, you know, dark and rough and tumble kind of deals. So there's been a lot more of especially
with what's coming with the whole Echoes episode thing. Just going to keep getting darker, and I'm really curious because at the end of that trailer I sent you, like it talked about like D2, Destiny Frontiers, like whatever that's supposed to be.
Yeah, I am.
That's supposed to be next year's thing, and I'm just like, obviously, I was hoping for a Destiny 3 announcement. Like, just like, can we please get a new game, just like new engine, everything, like
I've
just to spice it up.
I've gotten to that point that I have been forced to just accept that I'm basically essentially like in a new chapter of my gaming life, if you will. Like I basically hit my proverbial like gaming 20s where I want to have different kind of fun, and so like not even just like in like the main console like line of stuff. Like a lot of my early like phone app games that I've been there for like long periods of time, I've gotten to that point where it's like all that I do is just the same repetitive shit. Like there's no advancement anymore. The novelty of basically being OP has worn off. And like there's just too much time commitment to be placed into little advancement, and so I've stopped like playing a lot of those games. Like it started with like AFK Arena. I got to that point where I couldn't progress any further because what I had wasn't, good enough to get any further. But in order to make them better, I needed all these things that basically came more frequently in later levels. But like, so you're just kind of like in this stuck area. My Puzzle Empires account, I've been a part of like one of the top guilds in the whole kingdom of the game. And so it's just kind of like this, I can do all these things, but like that's it. There's no progression in or whatever, because it's so stratified now. Like the next level of stuff is, oh hey, you need like 12 billion resources to be spent on one building. And it's like, okay, well, it takes, so, and you start like breaking it down, and it's like, oh, it takes me, realistically, because, I work, 40 hours a week, and yes, I do, sir. You start breaking things out where it's like, oh, hey, it's going to take about 2.5 hours to get like 400,000 of this resource, right? And so it's like, okay, this resource alone is going to take me like a day of time just to get this one resource. And then I got to do that for 4 other resources where the rate's even lower. So it's like, I can't even get 400,000 a pop per like resource gathering. It's like maybe only like 2 of them are like the highest level resource tile is like 20k or like 80k, but I need millions for this upgrade of one building, and I have like 8 of those buildings. So it's one of the things that's like, I'm not seeing anything get accomplished for like months on end, and that's with me playing every day, getting, sending all these things out and relatively coming back within the time frame of them auto coming back to my my kingdom to then go back out to collect more resources. Then you have events where it's like PvP events, and it's like, oh, okay, like for example, I got attacked after a freaking event, and so I was just like, all right, cool. So, and I can't do dog shit about it because they're so high of a level that no matter what I've done in like a means of protection outside of literally always having like a anti-PvP shield up 24/7, 7 days a week for the rest of the time that I play, I'm going to get attacked and basically farmed for resources because it's easier to just go take it from someone than it is to actually get it on your own, which is fucked up. So like, hey, that 2-3 months worth of time that I spent gathering these resources basically got taken from me in the span of 10 minutes because some jackass decided, hey, I'm just going to go attack these people when no one's around. And so you're just like, okay, if you're not actively participating in PvP, you don't want that happening to you. Like, I'm not actively going to the different events that are PvP. I'm not participating in the ones where it's like, hey, it's a kingdom-wide PvP event. If you don't want to, be attacked, then you need to, put a shield on for the weekend. Cool. It was after the event was over. So I didn't put on another shield. And then here we go. Here comes a dick just because he could. So it's like, I don't even want to do that anymore. Because again, there's no progress. And like, there's just a bunch of like different other apps that I have on my phone of games that are just like, I've hit that point where it's just not fun anymore. And obviously I've never been happy in League.
Yeah.
Happiness doesn't exist there. But I'm at that point where it's like, you know what? Like, nothing's going to change in this game in my favor to the point of me being able to actually get to somewhere where I can enjoy the game again. And if, being any relatively thing, because it's like the only place that people take the game serious is ranked. I can't get to a rank where the people are competent, and I'm not going to play norms because no one takes it serious, and now I'm just losing games because of just people deciding, hey, like, yeah, I just want to have fun, but your fun is at the detriment of the rest of us. Like, you're doing something that's so detrimental to the rest of us that we literally can't play the game because you're like, oh, it's fun for you only. Like, not even the people playing against you are even remotely having fun. Like, you're just basically 1v9 and you're just, god damn. So, like, leaving that, whatever.
And before we get too far away from the Destiny topic, I do want to say those raid teams that did the Final Shape raid, props to y'all. Because did you see how long it took for the raid to be beat?
Wasn't it within, like, hours?
So the Final Shape raid, I don't quote me on the name because I don't remember the name. It is now considered the longest world's first raid. With 18 hours to beat it. Like, I saw before and afters of some of the people that did world's first. Like, they look so dead by the end of it. I'm like, yeah, no, I feel like everyone would be, but props to the team that managed to claim world's first. Like, that's some dedication right there.
Cool, I guess. I don't think there will be a game ever that would, you can't convince me that the time you put into that, even to have that kind of title, is worth it. 18 out, that is a whole day's work.
I mean, World of Warcraft has raids that go that long as well.
Yeah, but you that's the worst example of a comparison. Well, that's definitely
because of mine, because I know their raids can go on for a very long time.
Right, and that's like one of those things where I was like, that definitely isn't worth it. That is a soul. Obviously, the people who are doing it find value in it, but as someone outside looking in, seeing that there is people, a group of people spending the time frame of 2 working days doing one thing. Sorry, not sorry. You're not going to convince me the value of that. Like, Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, when this is, especially for the content creators, when that's like your livelihood, like, that makes it worth it.
But it's not. That's still not worth it because you're still you would have done that regardless. Especially for content creators. You would have put in, but again, that's your job. That is your you putting in your multiple days of work. You were going to do that anyway. So now you're doing that for the sole purpose of maybe being the first? Nah, fam, go do something less stressful for those hours.
I mean, hey, everyone has something they want to strive for, and for those fire teams, they want to be the first one to beat the raid.
I'm not saying don't have something to strive for. I'm just saying don't expect me to expect you for me to be like you. Congratulations. No, fuck you. Glad you have it. Great. Yay.
I mean, I'm going to say congrats. I mean, after how much they just went through, it's like, yeah, no, it's like, hey,
that they chose. That they chose. You chose brutality and death to your psyche.
I mean, you chose to play League.
No, yeah, and I hate every bit of it. And I'm not saying, oh, hey, look at my achievement. No, you're not. I'm not saying anything that I've achieved was worth anything that I've done. And all 300 plus games that I put into for that Kog'Maw skin was not fucking worth it. I am not a product. Like, I'm not being contradictory. I can't even play Kog'Maw anymore because of the loss of lethal tempo. So I can't even enjoy the skin within reason. It was not fucking worth it. I haven't played the Kale skin that I grinded for the MSI. It wasn't fucking worth it. Don't be like me.
Oh, geez, you made your mic go out.
But yeah, no, so that is the rant of the day for that. So we have Arcane coming. That's gonna be good. I saw snippets of the trailer because I'm gonna do the same thing I did with the first one. I'm not watching the trailer until because I think they played the trailer just before the premiere at the party, and that's when I actually saw it for the first time of the full trailer. So I'm doing the same shit. Everything's just going to be fresh and new to me when it drops, so I can just enjoy it. So should be fun.
I mean, I watched it, but obviously since you haven't watched it, can't really talk about it.
I know Warpup and some crazy cracked out Yordle. That's about it.
Yeah, that Yordle. I am just like, who the fuck are you? But just because of how the trailer went, it makes you wonder where it's gonna go. There's some speculation of where it's gonna go after this one, because I mean, it's not really a spoiler. Basically, this is the end. This is the finale, basically, for Arcane. So by that, I'm pretty sure it just means for Piltover and the Zon story.
Yeah.
So there's speculation that it's going to go, because Noxus is definitely going to be playing a big part next season. So people are speculating that it's going to be, from here, it's going to potentially go to maybe, because Singed is here, maybe go to the Noxian invasion of Ionia.
And then it's going to be called Conquer or some shit. I don't know.
All I know is that they said this is pretty much the finale, so it's have to see how it goes and also see what Warwick does.
Warpup. But yeah, so good stuff's on that. What was it? Black Sun? Black Myth? Whatever. The Wukong game got pushed back by a month. So it's going to be August instead of July, which I'm like, all right, well, when it gets here, it's not like I'm getting it on drop anyway, so it's kind of like whatever. I just want it to be good, and so that's really okay, bro, because it's going to be on PC for me. And let's see, how long was Street Fighter 6 out for before I got it? Because I just got Street Fighter 6. So, because it went on sale. So I was just like, okay, this is my life. So I'll play the time. But speaking of fighting games, Mortal Kombat can go fuck itself.
Oh, Jesus, what happened?
So I feel like a new chapter got added since I've been gone. And because I was like, oh, let me finish the campaign because I was close. I only needed one more chapter to do. And then I come back and I was like, two chapters? Like, what? So I feel like a chapter was added later. And so I'm playing through, and I'm at a point in the story where I'm basically dealing with the big bad plan.
Mhm.
And so I have to fight Dark Scorpion. And I lose the fucking fight because I got combo. Combo is a very loose term I'm using for this. The motherfucker just kept throwing his kunai and doing the get over here move, which stuns you on impact and like staggers you. And then so he just kept doing that because he can do it in like 3.
Yes.
So he just kept doing that. So it was just kept stab, stagger, stab, stagger, stab, stagger until like my health bar was gone. I was like, this is fucking bullshit. I was like, this is actual horseshit. This is some level of I'm playing against someone. Yeah, he cheesed the shit out of me from an AI. The AI cheesed me. Who the fuck put that in the code? You're a dick. So I cheesed him back. I turned into him because I was playing Shang. So I turned into him and then did the freaking kunai bicycle kick into his chest.
Oh, Jesus.
And I was like, take that, you bastard.
You must out-cheese the cheese.
Yeah. That was so aggravating. I was like, come on. Also, they gave the dark versions, or like the Shang timeline, designs for the characters, way better designs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they look so good. Oh, let me see if I can find a screen grab. But yeah, let's see. No, Dark Scorpion Yu-Gi-Oh.
Wait, what?
Apparently it's a monster in Yu-Gi-Oh! Called Dark Scorpion.
Oh, those bandits. Forgot about them.
All right, here we go. Here's a. Discord's being weird again. All right, I'm gonna put it in our Discord.
So that's Dark Scorpion?
That's Dark Scorpion. Or like the alternative timeline Scorpion, which is just, I call it Dark Scorpion.
I like the red points.
Like, so much cooler of like a design of like regular Scorpion. Like, don't get me wrong, I like regular Scorpion. But goddamn, that's just so cool.
Oh yeah.
He's just so cool. And so who was the other one I had to fight? Oh yeah, even let's see. Rain's alternative artwork is nice too. I like his as well. He looks so good. He basically looks like Akshan in MK.
Mm-hmm.
But so this is his alternate one for the other timeline, and then this is his like our timeline one. I'm trying to find one that's not fuzzy.
That's an interesting design.
There we go. So like that's our timeline one, and then you get a little bit more burly kind of look of the other one. Like for the most part, it's similar, but I just feel like having him more exposed, like having his stuff more out, being like more like I'm ready for a fight than being like I am the, the pristine one. was like a better. And then of course like the OG Rain is my favorite. So
I feel like he would cosplay that.
I would. Where's old school Rain? Where'd he go? This one where he actually looked like ninja.
I feel like that's a better look.
Yeah, so that's like that's my favorite. That's Lin Kuei Rain when he was still a part of the Lin Kuei, but he's not a part of the Lin Kuei now. because everything's changed.
Things are not what they used to be.
No, not at all, because basically Mortal Kombat pulled the multiverse, so... And that's where it stands right now.
Yeah, but that's how things get just overly complicated.
Oh, yeah, if it wasn't already complicated. This is just more of a, hey, by the way, remember how everything was complicated? Well, this is the reality of what it was. This is really what was happening the whole time. And then you're like, oh, okay.
How about new?
It was basically a multiverse kind of multi-timeline thing the whole time. It's just until now we were like, oh, hey, this is what happened. And yeah, so good stuff. Good stuff on that front. Yeah, so that is, what's that? Update. So, if you've been with us for some time, you know that Nightwolf, aka Mafaja, we have an episode planned for him. We're finally at that point where we're close to it happening. It was supposed to come today, but due to the weather, that didn't happen.
Yeah, no, the weather's been so bad.
But we are very, very, very close to it. We are working basically out the setup to make it to happen, so that because he would be on my side of the recording, so we're trying to make it so that he will be able to hear all things that are involved, as well as be able to be heard clearly through. So we're working on all of the technical stuff, but we are that much closer to getting that episode. Also, make sure you are liking and subscribing on all of the videos on the YouTube channel, on mine, as well as Apollo Black 115's. I have, let's see, I think 3 or 4 videos now that have been posted that he put out that I'm in with him. 2 of which are from our Fortnite playthrough where we almost won. And then there's, I think, another 2 where we weren't doing as well, but it was still like fun, whatnot. So make sure you get all the exposure out there, because we are getting closer to the MegaCon application open month. Open month is in October, so we're already in our summer months. So we're gonna be, by the time summer's over, we're gonna be it's gonna be on us. So make sure you help us get all of the views and the notoriety that we need, so that way we are given our best chance to get accepted for the panel to do a show.
It's only 4 months away.
Yeah, to do our live recording at MegaCon. So much is planned for it, but we gotta make it so that we get it. So be sure to every like, everything, every share, all of it helps. That's all a part of the algorithm. Like, pray to the machine gods, the algorithm gods, to help us be able to do it, to get it through.
Don't you remember? It's RNGesus.
It's RNGesus too. All of them, all the deities. RN Buddha, RN Jesus,
Traveler.
The Traveler for our Disney
the Traveler
people.
isn't really a god.
Volibear, Ornn, Anivia.
I played Ornn.
The elder gods, all of the various gods of all of the various fandoms. Pray to him to help us through.
I pray to the void.
Pray to no, because sometimes he talks back, and it's not always nice.
Hey, I mean, if it talks back, I can probably find out where the hell those darts went.
That's fair. And with that, we will see you on the next episode, be it the subscriber episode or the next regular episode that will drop next week.
See you all next time.